Hey all, I am Nikki from Studio 51. I am a personal trainer and movement coach. So today we are talking about lower backs and how we can essentially, fingers crossed, make them feel better. So before I get into it, the biggest thing is going, does it hurt when I do these movements? If your body hurts in any of these movements, it means do not do it. So what I mean by that is sometimes when I see people with lower back pain, they might be able to move their hips laterally and that feels really nice to them. While other people, if they go laterally, that really hurts and they tense even more. So just know some of these movements may not be right for you, but just try other ones. Same thing with the tilting forward one, is sometimes tilting forward to somebody that could feel amazing and it's like a gentle release. While other people, as soon as they go to tilt forward, their back essentially freezes and there's pain across there. So again, we keep away from those movements. So please remember that when we go through this video. The other thing is often it might be a movement thing for the lower back. The other thing it might be is the core's not coming on properly or the glutes aren't strong enough. So there's a neurological link missing between the brain and the glutes to get the glutes firing. So we want really strong glutes, strong core to protect this lower back. But we also want to remember that we've got to make sure the body is moving well to make sure that the back isn't taking it all. So to start, I'm going to go through some movements with you. So one of my favourite ones is you start off, this can be literally like a dining room chair, doesn't have to be what I've got here. So we go into a nice plank position, so have your shoulders over top of hands. We step left foot by left hand and we just sink down into it, so it should feel quite nice. It can be a lot lower as well, so it could be like a coffee table down here, or you can actually go straight to the floor, so it's whatever's right for you. And then we go back. You go into essentially like an elevated down the dog, so a nice stretch there, and then we come forward on the other side, so nice stretch. Cool. So we will do that 4-second holds 4 times each side. Now we can also add a hand raise or an arm lift. Elevated downward dog, step forward, add an arm lift. So it should feel really nice. We're not pushing into pain. We're just giving the body some movement to make it feel better. So all movement is 4-second holds, 4 times each side. So we'll just do this one more time each side. Yeah. Stepping forward, lift the arm up. Again, you do not have to lift this arm up, that is totally up to you. And if you're not feeling much in the stretch, just go lower, get a lower bench, doesn't have to be this high. The next one is a tilting forward one. So if this is you that causes pain, remember, don't do it. Forward on to the next exercise and see if your body can do that one. So hip width apart, knees slightly bent. We're just going to tilt forward from the hips, so we're literally just tilting straight forward. And we're just going to, and the knee stays soft, chest stays open, and we just hold that nice stretch there. And then we come back up, so this is a 4-second hold. So we tilt straight forward, hold down here, keep breathing, and then drive back up. So just do that 2 more times. This is a really nice good morning stretch. I just keep my arms in front of my hands, and then also just remember to keep that chest open. We see so many people that roll down like this and actually pulls the lower back, so don't do that. So then we come forward again. Nice stretch, holding there. And then we come back up. So again, it could be a nice release through the back. If that does feel really nice, and that feels good, I want to do that more, that's totally okay. But the thing is, we always do a 4-second hold. We don't go longer than that, but we can definitely do more than 4 times each movement or 4 times each side, so whatever's right for you. Another one we can add in there, might just stay sideways, is you still be hip width apart, take a step back and bring the arms up. So it's a really nice stretch to the front of the body. And then we come forward. So it's step back, arms up, and forward. So same thing. We're going 4 times each side. Really nice stretch. So again, I should really reiterate or emphasize that don't shove into that lumbar spine. It's like a gentle hold. Don't think, well, if I just go back further, that's going to make it better. Doesn't work like that. You'll end up pushing into that lumbar spine. So it should just be like a really nice, gentle stretch through the body. We'll just do one more each side, so coming forward again and step back. Same thing, if this one causes pain, that's your body saying, don't do it, okay? So we just see what is right for you. Really falling over on that one. Alright, the next one is one that I actually call the kitchen bench one, because I feel like it's such a good one that you could use a kitchen bench. I'm at work, so no kitchen bench. I've got my step here. So this would usually be a little bit higher for the kitchen bench, but I'll still show you how it works. So you're coming back from the kitchen bench or step or whatever you're going to use, table. Soft, the knees are slightly bent and you just stretch back into it and you hold a really nice stretch there. You hold for 4 seconds and then you come back up. So I have some people that love to come up and go forward like this, again to see how that stretch feels. Push back down and then drive back up. So again, just remember it should feel nice and you don't have to come forward like this. Whatever feels right to your body. You drive up. There we go. And then if you're only going down as far as your body lets you, keeping those knees slightly bent. So to add to this one, if you want to, if you're like, oh, I love this one, we can stretch down into it as long as it feels nice. Take the hand off and reach towards that foot. Bring it back up. Drive it back down. Take the hand off. So we're going left hand towards right foot. Now again, we can change this up. Hand towards middle. Come back up. Hand towards middle on the other side. Then what you can do is go, so now this is my right hand going to the side of the left. Still keeping exactly the same stretch, I'm just adding some hand or arm movements into it. There's actually really good stretches for that shoulder, the thorax movement as well. So another one for you, I'm just thinking what's next. Oh, from that one is so this is the kitchen bench one. You can also take your hips side to side, and it's kind of like a bum wag, so you're just going side to side with the hips, and it should again 4 seconds. Just ensure that it feels nice. If you've got any pulling, we don't push into it. So that will be if there's a lateral pull and your body doesn't like it, again, that's saying do not do it. So I just want to add 2 more quite common ones. Oh no, I've got a couple more of that too. Sorry, I've got quite a few because lower backs are so common to have issues with, but there's heaps of ways that we can help it. So, back to the side. One really common one is one you often see in yoga, which is that cat-cow one. So on your knees and hands, keeping the shoulders over top of the hands and knees under the hips. You drive up and a really nice stretch to the top of your back. And I tuck my pelvis in and I'm driving up, and then we hollow out. And essentially, we're trying to get our forehead pointing up to the ceiling, then we roll back, tuck the pelvis in, nice stretch there, and then we take the forehead up and hollow out. So we just do 2 more, tuck in, hollow out, same thing, tuck in, and hollow out. So another one, again, common one in yoga, is child's pose, and again it can feel really nice. It's actually a similar movement to the kitchen bench one. The knees are wide and feet are together, and you're just stretching down, and you can go down, try and take the shoulders as close to the floor as possible, stretching there, should feel nice. If you want, you can inch your fingers forward a little bit, walk them forward to get a little bit more of a stretch. So I would hold for 4 as no hold more than, and I'm just going to try a little bit further away. And you can actually come forward and have a nice stretch forward again, only if your body goes, ah, that feels nice. Do not shove down into your lumbar spine. So what I mean by that is when you come forward, just I actually take my legs wide when I come forward, feet wide, is you don't shove down. So I would be here, just down, and then I would come forward and mine stops me about there. So if I go further like that, that's me pushing into the lumbar spine. I really don't want anyone doing that. You can exacerbate your lower back pain. So we come forward, feet go wide, like stretch down. So again, only do this if your body's like, yeah, that feels nice. Otherwise, you just hang out in child's pose, popping up a little bit, coming back down. Now, I do have 2 more that I wanted to quickly show you. Again, this is just giving you options. So don't think, oh my gosh, I've got to do all these exercises. It's going, hey, my body really liked 1, 2, 6, and 8. These are my 4, writing down what the movements are, put them on the fridge, and that's what you do for the next how many days, okay? So another couple of ones you can do is on your knees, stepping forward. So I'm going to get you to pelvic tuck or fire that back glute, so you squeeze it on. This will shorten the quad, the front line here. So now you can't go forward very far. Holding there for 4. Come up and over for 4 seconds. Bring the foot back, the body back, tilt the toes up, and we stretch down for 4 seconds. So from the side, just so you can see, so to the other side, so we come forward. So before we come forward, tuck the pelvis under or fire that back glute. We're going to shorten through here. So now I can only stretch to here. So I want to quickly show you the difference of no tucking, no glute. That's how far I can go. If I tuck, fire, really short through here, can get to there. Huge difference. Hold for 4, then you come up and over. Really intense stretch there today. Bring it back, toes come up, and then we stretch down. So you can just tilt and hold like that. If you don't get much of a stretch, add the arm. If you want more, you add both, okay? So there's always options, and you do that 4 times each side. And then lastly, I just want to show you one more. We go feet together, knees slightly bent, drive the hip out the side and stretch up and over. Lower back pain, quite common to not be able to go push the hips out laterally. So again, I've just put this in there. If you're someone that has lower back pain that doesn't like tilting forward, but then it loves a nice stretch laterally, hence why I've put this one in here. The biggest thing with this one, keep the knees soft, and you are trying to drive the hip out, stretching up and over, keeping the knees aligned with each other. We see people, bodies trying to twist and turn. So just try to become aware of your movement, see how your body moves. You might notice that your hips don't move very far, and that can just be the hips being really tight. Again, I'll just quickly show you if you want to add to this, you can always take the foot behind, stretching up and over, coming back down, foot behind, stretching up and over. So do that 4 times each side. Then you'd go, put the foot in front, up and over. So what you hopefully have noticed, the foot that moves, the one that comes in front or behind, is then the same side arm that takes you up and over. So there is heaps of lower back mobilizers for you. If you've got any questions, let me know, and yeah, just keep in contact with how it feels and things like that. If you're trying out some of these things and you're like, okay, that one feels nice, that one didn't, and you are welcome to ask me any questions. But biggest thing is we're using movement to help your movement overall and hopefully get that lower back out of pain. Again, remember, if that might not be the answer using this sort of thing, you might actually need to get really good core strength and glute strength. So there's always options around this sort of thing. All right, cheers. Thanks, guys. See ya.